is about like managing behavior, both on your part and on the part of your client. And so when we talk about things like upholding, the thing you have to understand about boundaries is that often people will place a boundary so far in front of themselves because they're actually afraid of what's going to occur if there's some sort of conflict, or like if the person bumps up against the boundary, there's like gonna be a reverberation, right? Either on your side or on their side, because that's what boundaries do. Like they show you where like, oh, okay, this is like the no-no zone, or like, oh, tread, go slowly. And so I think when you're talking about upholding these boundaries, you really have to get clear on why you have it in the first place. And I think that's what people skip, is like the kind of like shame and guilt around like, why do I need to put this boundary? Is it because of my mental health? Is it because I have other priorities like family and my physical health and like all these other things? Like, why do you have the boundary? So before you put it in place, you need to get really clear on what that looks like for you. And so that when someone bumps up against the boundary, it's easy to say, this isn't just about me managing your behavior, which is so important. I love that you spoke to that. It's not just about me managing your behavior. It's about actually protecting both of us so that we can have an incredible, exceptional service experience. Because at the end of the day, we are service providers, but we're also humans and we're working with other humans. And so a lot of times stuff that will come up in like sort of conflict with customers or clients is not even actually about the thing that the boundary is set up for. It's about like the reverberation that occurs, like the shame, the blame, the regret, the guilt, the frustration, the lack of access, or the lack of communication. And so it really is, for me with boundaries, it's so important to understand why you're doing it. So then to answer your question, Anne, when you're talking about things like a cancellation policy, like my time is valuable. Why is my time valuable? Well, because I only have a certain amount of time allocated to my business every week. And so as part of that contract or that agreement is you're booking this time with me, which means that I'm reserving this time for you so that when you show up, I can make sure that I am delivering my best, my brightest, and my most amazing experience to you. So there's a value attached to that. And so things like cancellation policies, it's not just about like, well, you didn't respect my time and so I'm gonna charge you. Like, it's not like the money that I'm gonna make from a cancellation policy is nowhere near what I'm actually gonna make when I complete the service with a guest. Like, it's not about the money, it's about understanding what behavior isn't and is not acceptable. And you said too, like, people learn how to treat you by the way that you teach them. You show them how to treat you. And so I think a lot of times, again, going back to the boundary thing, like we set it as like, this is unacceptable behavior, but we actually need to set a boundary with clarity as to what is the acceptable behavior. How can we interact? How do we communicate? How do we engage with the world? And specifically with our clients. So I think that's, for me, like so huge with boundaries, is that like, yes, it is about keeping out bad behavior, but it's also about keeping in the really like healthy, positive behavior that allows us to have a long, beautiful career that we're happy about.